All right, Cece, so what happened here? Was this just the right offense for him all along and he was just misplaced in New Orleans, or is he finally breaking out? And...
Jenna, you know what's more important? Let's ask Nick what happened here. Because, Chris, I know sports. I know a lot about sports, and I know a hell of a lot about football. Nick, what happened here? Is Adrian Peterson...
hold on. I'm just curious. You want to do this? You want to take a victory lap on one game?
Yeah, I said the guy could play.
Yeah, you said the guy could play before week 1, too.
You said he wasn't an NFL player.
Correct, I did.
You had James Harrison getting ready to jump through his TV.
Is he back to his old self, though? Like, is this just the beginning of what is
he was yesterday.
The next couple of games?
He was yesterday. And I would like to congratulate future first ballot Adrian Peterson on his first good game in 14 games. I would like to congratulate Adrian Peterson, who, of all NFL running backs since week 13 of 2015, going into this game was dead last in yards per carry on having a really good game. But am I going to react to what was a fountain of youth game from Adrian Peterson to say that game is more indicative of who he was than the end of 2015, all of last season, and the first quarter of this season? No.
So what happened? Went up just
against... I don't know what happened.
99% of all the players in the National Football League are system players. I'm going to say this again. Even Adrian Peterson, a first ballot Hall of Famer. Where is he better? He's better in an I formation. Where is he better? He's better with the fullback. Where else is he better? He's better when the quarterback is under center. All those things Bruce Arians did for him. And another thing, it's about opportunity. People are like, oh, you know something? I love your resume, but I'm never going to give you an opportunity. So Adrian, once he left Minnesota, it was a search to where can I go where I'm going to have the opportunity to be able to show people that at 32, I'm still very, very special.
He had to know that New Orleans did not play anywhere near the system that he thrives in.
Well, they were the ones offering him.
Right, so that was the only opportunity he had.
Well, Jenna, you go where you can get some work.
But I know. He just didn't get any work there.
Well, it's not his fault. It wasn't like he couldn't play. Nick Wright's the one said that he wasn't an NFL caliber running back. I told you the guy is a physical specimen. He's a physical freak. And if they were able to give him the opportunity, he would be able to run like some of the other running backs that we've seen at 32, 33, and 34 continue to play the game.
He might have gotten the opportunity. And the idea, so people are going to look at this stat line, right? 26 for 134. And they're going to say, wow, see? Adrian Peterson, he wears you down. You give him the carries, eventually he produces. That is not how this game went. He had, in his first 4 carries, he had 54 yards and a touchdown. His first game ever with New Orleans. He ran the ball for 9 yards on the first play of the game. So you know what they did? They gave it to him on the second play, and he got stuffed. And from that moment forward, they ran it the third time. He got stuffed again, so they went away from him.
How many times have you seen Adrian Peterson in those 13 games get into the secondary, get to the second level? Because that's very, very important as a running back.
Right.
Yesterday, what we saw, also, this was an improved. This was a healthier. They got their left tackle back. They got one of their guards back, Arizona. So people were like, oh, Arizona's offensive line is not that good. Well, if you read some of the print, that they were getting a couple guys back and they were going to be better. If you get Adrian Peterson through the line of scrimmage, and the reason why you have to give him the volume of carries, it's not that he's just a volume ball carrier, because one of those carries, he's going to break a big run. Or he's one of the few running backs that can score from any place on the field. So the combination of that offensive line helped him. Bruce Arians put him into a scheme, got him the touches early in the game, and he was able to get a feel for the game. But Adrian Peterson looked like a piece of himself, not himself. At 32, no one is who they were when they were a young running back. So, but Adrian Peterson, like I told you, I think on Friday, if he played for the Dallas Cowboys, he would run for 1,000 yards. And I think it was evidence yesterday, all right, that I was right.
Okay.
And Nick was wrong.
Well, okay, that's fine. Listen, thankfully, as we say very often on the show with sports, we get to see it. Like we get
No, you said he was washed up. So I've already won that one.
Hold on, CC. Wait a second.
A washed up running back can't rush for 130 yards in the NFL.
Is Carson Palmer washed up? Because I know you've said that Carson Palmer's done. And Carson Palmer last night as well had an amazing game.
A running back and a quarterback. If a quarterback gets 130 yards, all right, he gets single coverage, he gets protection, of course he can pull off a good game.
Okay.
Wait,
But Carson Palmer is closer to being washed up than Adrian Peterson.
Are we suddenly having a different conversation about the Cardinals? If Carson can turn it around and Adrian Peterson can play a little bit?
If all of a sudden
Larry Fitzgerald is fantastic and
Fitz has been their one consistent on
sure.
offense. I was talking to CC before the show, and this is something we agree on. Like, Fitz is amazing. And watching him I don't even know his age off the top of my head, but 34 years old, looking the exact same as 24 years old. It's just the same picture every time. Jump to get the ball, like, as you would say, apprehend the football, grab it with two hands. He is brilliant.
At the furthest point away from your body.
He's great.
Textbook.
He's great. Whoever coached him, smart guy. He's great at it. But, yes, Jenna.
Coach you.
Yes, Jenna. if all of a sudden the Cardinals get Pro Bowl play from a quarterback and a running back, yeah, it's different. I do not believe that will continue. And Adrian Peterson.
That's what he's hoping for.
It's not that I'm hoping for. Right. What do I care? Like, I picked the Giants to go to the Super Bowl. Like, being right, that ship has failed.
After watching Adrian Peterson yesterday, you had to say, wow, he has a lot more in the tank. When you saw him break through the line of scrimmage, break away from all the defenders, when you saw him, there was a muddle at the line of scrimmage. You saw him see the read and shoot through the line.
He was great.
Right.
He was great. And I don't have it in front of me, I would love to find the list of the last great game for a lot of all-time greats. I'm not shocked that Adrian Peterson had one more great game in him. I'll be shocked if he follows it up with another great game.
All right, we doubted Adrian Peterson. He came out with a great game. We doubted
he wasn't an NFL player.
He
wasn't. He's not even good enough to be an NFL player. Now he's got to follow it up with 130 yards with something else. Okay.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from First Things First, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.